Hi, yogis. Hi, it's Catherine, and we're going to do a little bit of a restorative yoga for early in the week and get it going. I think that I'm taking the cue from my cats. They have already selected their poses and their positions on the mat, and we're just going to work around them. So we're going to do that just for a few minutes, and I wanted to let you know that I drew a card for our practice, and it is the Goddess of Beauty from my Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. And here's the card. And and just as a reminder to any donations that you send will be shared with our Lifted Lotus Collective studio we're working with. So thank you for that. Thanks for helping us keep those doors open during these very unprecedented times. And thanks for being here for us too. Okay, sorry about the glasses. So anyway, our Goddess of Beauty. You are a wondrous being of light. There is nothing to change or fix. Okay. You're a wondrous, beautiful being of light, yet you cannot see it because you are comparing yourself to others instead of looking honestly and lovingly at yourself. Meditate upon the image of this card and allow your light and natural beauty to shine through. You are beautiful just as you are, and there is nothing to change or fix. You just love and accept yourself as you are. As you honor the beautiful person you are, others will feel the light and warmth radiating from you. As a result, you will attract wonderful and generous people into your life that will love and appreciate you for all you truly are. Just be yourself. This is where your beauty lies. Okay. So a couple blocks, maybe a couple pillows from the couch, a bolster, maybe a blanket, and we're just going to get going here. And I'm going to scoot back. I actually want to just reach over and grab a couple pillows from the couch because I'm sitting in my living room. Voila, dragonflies. I don't know why I got those, but I liked them and they work. And both Charlotte and Sweet Pea are here. Annie's in here too, so we've got everything. Everybody's here. I don't know why you guys are all complaining. Bring out your dolls and your cats and your dogs, and you got lots of yogi buddies. So we're going to do just a little bit of stretching just to get ourselves warmed up. And then we'll get into our practice. Okay, good stuff. All right. Just call it pre-shavasana. Yeah, all right, sounds good. So first things first, let's bring our hands to the tops of our knees. And take a big breath in and out. And then I want you to sit back a little bit. Pull the shoulders back. Let your non-dominant hand rest on that same side thigh. Back of the hand, palms resting up, cut forward. Dominant hand, you roll over and you press on your thigh. Okay? Just a little bit, helping you to ground. So the non-dominant hand is cupped to feel, to accept, to receive, to allow things that go in to you. Refill. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Giving yourself back. And that dominant hand is grounded on your thigh to slow things down, to allow things to stay within you while you need them. Yeah. Remember, you can do this anytime. You don't have to do it, wait for me. You can do it. Let me know how it goes. You feel that breath and you scan through the body and just allow things and accept things as they are. You separate your teeth. Let that jaw relax. And breathe in and out. That's good. Each breath in is a little deeper. Each breath out is a little longer. Breath in. In through the nose. And as you exhale, it goes out through the nose, keeping those lips sealed to keep the lungs moist. Breath in. Breath in of gratitude and light and love, peace. And your exhale repeats those, that love and light and gratitude and peace to be sent all around you to radiate where it needs to go. Fill in those spaces. You breathe in and out. 2 more. Breath in and out. Last one. Breath in and out. Bring that non-dominant hand and press it on the heart. Palm down. And feel your heart, your breath, all you. And that dominant hand, bring it over and crossing that non-dominant hand. Press both those hands into your heart as if giving yourself a love, a hug, a squeeze. You are worthy. You are needed and necessary and so loved. So loved. Hands, the palms come together, and we take a big inhale and push them up high overhead. And you exhale, release. Making their way back into the heart as we inhale, push up high. And then exhale, release. Making your way back into the heart. One more time. Inhale, up. And exhale, release. Back into the heart. This time, that intention, just touch it one more time. Whatever you are focusing on or trying to accomplish or dedicating your practice to, let it happen here. And when you're ready, with a little bit of a flutter and a smile on your face, push those fingers up high, up overhead, and release them nice and long to the tops of your knees. Roll your shoulders up and down and back. And find a little bit of movement with that neck. Maybe a little sway with the body and some seated circles. And come to a stillness and go the other direction. Yeah. Okay. And some seated cat-cows, because you can. And the head. Playfulness. Yeah. All right. Bring yourself into stillness. And we're going to get into our very first posture for this class. Go ahead and grab one of your bolsters, if you have two, but just bring one, and one block and a pillow or blanket. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of supported twist. So I'm going to get myself set up. Sweet Pea's laying on my blanket, so I think I'll put a pillow at the top of my mat and another one down toward the opposite end, because I'm going to use one in between my knees. I'm going to grab my bolster and put my sits bones in the middle of my mat. Okay, and I'm going to take my bolster. Excuse me, Charlotte. I'm going to take my bolster. I'm going to cross it in my mat right at about a third. If you could take a little measuring tape and go, So my sits bones are sitting in the middle. Okay, and I've got that bolster right up next to my hip. All right, and I'm going to put pillow up on the top and another pillow down here on the bottom. We're going to find a little bit of a supported restorative posture. Okay, that's kind of a nice thing. The pillow that's down here is going to go between my knees, just to separate the knees a skosh so they feel better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sit those sits bones in. I'm going to walk my feet back over on the left side, right? And then I'm going to tuck this pillow in between the knees, right? And if you have a blanket or a couch pillow, another bare couch, you can do that. Okay, sometimes you can even roll these pillows over in half if they're not thick enough. The whole idea is to allow the knees to not be squished together. Okay, and I've got that bolster right up on my right hip, and I have this other pillow or block up on the top, and I'm going to just drop my right shoulder in between. There's a little bit of a gap here, and I bring the pillow underneath my head, and you may not need it. You may go, I don't need it. I can scooch it out of the way. Cool, do that. So I'm going to have this right arm nice and long, My knees are supported with this pillow in between, blanket in between. And I've got this other underneath my head, okay? Because it feels pretty good, right? And that bolster is just supporting my right side. You can stay right here if this feels good. Just knowing that you're creating space and creating light within you. And a little bit of curving in places that normally don't get curved. You're loving those inside organs. If you'd like, you can take your left hand and just reach it way high to the sky. Flutter those fingers. And then bend the elbow and bring that left hand to the left shoulder. And then just kind of find some circles. Easy peasy ones. Nothing crazy. Okay? Right. Just some love to that shoulder. The rotator cuff. Muscles. Alright? Go both directions. And then slowly bring yourself into stillness and reach that left hand way, way back up high to the sky. And then, if you'd like, you can drape it up over the top of your head. Maybe, oh, there's a kitty. Maybe finding that pillow or a blanket. And, if this feels like it's way too much, you can always bend your elbow a little bit and just drop it down. Or maybe even bring the hands together out in front of your face. Right? Sometimes you just need to honor your body and know what feels good, okay? I would just take a big breath in and let some stillness and some things just find their way out or reposition themselves. This is a perfect place to do that little easy scan. Just kind of let your awareness float through your body. Just see how things feel. Knowing that when you're doing a restorative practice, it actually is a healing practice. Allows you to create space for something new. And it allows you to get stronger, more flexible, both inside your mind and inside your body. We're going to give ourselves 4 or 5 more breaths here. Don't go to sleep. Although the temptation is so good. If you have your hands still up over the top of your head, go ahead and bring it either out in front of your face, touching the other palm, or maybe just resting right there directly in front of your face. Okay? 2 more breaths. You feel where you're going, what you're doing, what's to come. Your next breath in. Just gently bring those hands close to your face. Slowly press yourself up into a seated position. And take that blanket or pillow that's between your knees and move it up to the top of your mat, up into the right side. And then kind of walk the feet out in front of you. All right, I'm going to transfer my bolster over to the left hip. Doo-doo. I'm going to take that one pillow that I had up on the head over here, put it on the left side. Now I could have just moved things around. I guess I could have. Wasn't thinking. But sometimes you get different props. Okay, so bolster's on the left side. Feet are out in front of me. My knees are bent. And what you want to do is take your fingers to the top of those knees and just kind of lengthen up that spine. Pull the elbows in toward your body. Maybe let that back of the head hang heavy, lifting the chin to the sky. Just finding a little bit of a swoop through that spine, a little bit of a seated cow. And then just gently flex that spine and bring the chin back toward the chest. Maybe roll a little bit on the sits bones, finding a little bit of a seated cat. We inhale, bring ourselves back up into that seated cow. And then we exhale back into that seated cat. You're not rushing, you're not hurrying, you're just being okay. All right, and then back into center. Getting ready to do the other side. Bolster, pillow, feet over on the left side. Kind of that deer pose. I'm going to take that pillow in between my knees. Just almost wedge it in there, okay? And the bolster on the left hip, nice and tight. Pillow up there. What I do is just kind of drape. Isn't that a nice word? I'm going to drape myself over my bolster. Let that left shoulder just kind of find the mat, extend out the left arm. And if I need to, you can bring that block or that pillow underneath your head. Okay. The whole idea is that everything is just finding neutral position with the earth. Okay. Nothing's hanging. All right. Feeling it opening in the hips and the back. I'm going to take that right hand and reach it up high to the sky. Flutter the fingers. You can't see it because it's got that banister right behind me. It's the same color as my arm. Ha ha. And then bend through that right elbow. Bring those fingers to the top of the right shoulder. Then just find some easy circular motions with the arm. The elbow's kind of working its way in circles. All right, go big or little, and then go the other direction. Just kind of try to keep in mind how many you did on the other side. You want to find that balance, right? Perfect. Yeah, and then find stillness and reach that left hand up. Or excuse me, that's the right hand. Bring it up high. And then just drape it up over the top of your head. And you might want to leave it up there and just kind of let it see how it feels. Just kind of squish it on the face or reaching out. Okay. And there really isn't any perfect place for this. This is what feels best for you, but I really like how I get a whole extension from my fingertips all the way down into the back of my thigh. Just really loving some of those cramped up, ganged up nerves. Take a big breath in and just let that right arm, just let it be lazy and crazy. And remember, you're exactly where you need to be. You're not supposed to be doing anything more than this. This is self-love, self-care to make you the very best version of you. All right. Your breath that comes in and out and it fills up. And you can feel this right side body just kind of almost like the bellows on an accordion, opening and closing. Yeah. You breathe in. Maybe just nestle that left side of the head a little bit deeper into the mat or your pillow. And if you have your arm, that right arm still extended above your head, go ahead and maybe bring it back closer to the face, maybe tapping down on the left hand or just letting the elbow bend and the hand is on the mat. There is no right or wrong place for this. This is what feels best for you. Okay. And that pillow in between the knees just really supporting. Those breaths. 4 more breaths here. Two more breaths. And then your next breath in, bring your hands right to the face and gently press yourself up into that seated position one more time. Just feel. Moving the pillow blanket in between the knees. Squish the bolster out just a little bit, giving yourself a little room. Because what we want to do is bring the soles of our feet together, finding a seated butterfly. Adjust your clothes, and give yourself a little bit of movement. Hands come to the tops of the shins. And make this diamond in here between your heels and your inner thighs as big or little as you need. And just kind of lengthen that spine, pressing the sits bones deep into the earth. And gently drawing the chin down toward your chest. Maybe letting the shoulders roll a little bit in. Okay. And just slowly press your spine away from you. Rolling that chin in closer. Maybe sliding the hands down toward your ankles and slightly leaning over that little diamond. Just a little bit. Running a big stretch through the low back. Okay? No worries, no hurries here. This is just all you. All right, and then inhale. Ever so easy. Bring yourself up into sitting position. Bring your hands to that side of the knees and close them. Close those knees like a page of a book. Wrap your arms underneath your thighs, underneath the knees, and just squeeze. Bring the chest onto the tops of the thighs. And maybe you want to keep the spine nice and straight because that feels good. Maybe you just want to kind of bring the chin in. Okay. Maybe do both. Yeah. Okay. And nice and easy. We're going to bring ourselves up into a seated position. We got that bolster close by? Good. I'm glad you do. Me too. Okay. Got your bolster. What we're going to do is bring the sole of our right foot onto the mat. Bend the knee. We're going to bend our left leg and drop it down. Okay. Kind of bend the knee so the knee is bent and the foot's kind of right over there by the right side. Okay. All right. And then I want you to do is nice and easy. Just straighten out that right leg. See how I did that? Wow. Mind blown, huh? Bring the bolster right to the tops of your thighs. Gotta get this, I don't know, figure four thing going on. So the bolster is right here. Okay. And bring your elbows down and rest on it. Okay. You've got one leg bent. And this one that's long and extended, it's not tight. It's just out there. Okay. But the bolster is just laying on top of your legs as if a platform. But bring those elbows down and slowly, hands right underneath the chin. Kind of walk the elbows out and start to lean over that bolster. And just feel a little stretch in the back. Maybe bring the chin down. Okay? Maybe it feels good and you can bring the fingers down onto the mat or earth in front of you. And if your mobility allows, maybe bring your chin all the way down and the top of the head touches the bolster. Or you just kind of walk the elbows out. And just let it hang there. Or if you get real fancy and you want to turn your bolster, make it taller, you can do that. Okay? Starting to feel a little bit of opening on that outside of that left leg. Flex the right toes so that knee doesn't get cranky at you. Okay, now take a breath in, back off just a little bit, sit up, and then gently let's take it back in. Just a little more lazy. Really feeling that area in the ribs, right above the ribs and the hips. A stretch there. Bring the chin in toward your chest. Move the head side to side. And feel the big breaths, stretching, expanding the area there, making you stronger, more resilient, and more flexible. Into center, finish it with a yes. And then slowly find stillness, walk yourself back up into center. Okay, now we just move the bolster just a little bit out. I'm going to bring both legs out in front of you and just shake them. Just shake them. Yeah. Ooh, okay. I'm going to leave the right foot out. And bend the left knee. Just kind of bend it a little bit, okay? More of a 45-degree angle. Now what we're going to do is bend that right knee and then just drop that right foot down. Make sure the bolster is out of the way, okay? All right. I'm going to do the other side, so just gently walk that left leg out. Don't lock the knee, okay? Kind of keep it bouncy, all right? All right. And this right leg's bent. Your sit bones are in the earth. Okay, now take that bolster, drape it across your lap. Okay, get everything in there. And we're just going to put the elbows on the corners. The hands kind of come underneath. All right, let's see what's going on here. Take a breath in. And exhale. Start to lean over that bolster. All right, bring that chin in toward the chest. Keep that knee on the left side soft. Don't lock it out, okay? Move those toes. Start to lean yourself over that bolster. Okay, again, remember, if it's too much, just back off and bring that bolster up on the tall side, tallish side, and do the same thing, okay? We're just kind of letting that bolster help us. Kind of like a cowboy leaning over a fence looking at some horses. Yeah? Maybe a little bunch of little piglets on the ground. Okay. So back off just a bit. And then bring yourself down just a little lower, a little bit more. Maybe bring the hands out onto the mat. Okay? Again, bringing the chin in toward the chest. And really feeling that area in between the ribs, down by the low back. And even in the ribs, as you take a breath in, you just kind of feel them like a sponge full of water, right? Or a balloon. And as you exhale, just release a little bit, bringing that chin in closer to the chest and just give it a nice, easy no nod back and forth. And then back into center with a yes. You got this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, love this posture. Okay, and then nice and slowly find stillness and bring yourself back up into center. Just kind of re-drape yourself over that bolster. Move it off to the side. Let the legs come out nice and long. Shimmy, shake them. Just move them. Okay. Little wiggles. Okay. And then bring the hands behind you onto the mat, right behind your bum. Okay. Just let the legs be out nice and long. All right. Nothing's in your way. No bolster, no blanket, none of that. And just kind of straighten up that beautiful spine of yours. Let the shoulders be back. And just breathe in. Okay. And then gently just drape yourself over your lap. Maybe you bring your hands onto your thighs. And maybe you bring your hands onto the mat in front of you. And just kind of let the chin hang heavy. Okay. Don't worry. I'm still here with you. Okay. You got it. All right. Little cue on my camera. Make sure I don't lose you. Okay. And just a nice, easy little folded fold. Okay. Just really centering the legs and the spine. Okay. And then nice and slowly, I want you to sit yourself up. All right. I'm going to bring ourselves down to our mat. First, we're going to set ourselves up for reclining goddess. Okay. So, reclining goddess has 2 pillows, 2 blocks, and a bolster. So here's my 2 blocks, and I'm going to put them up on top of my mat. Okay, and those pillows I'm going to put, and I'm off to the side, off the mat, because that's where my elbows are going to be. Okay, and then I'm going to take my bolster, and I'm just going to make a little platform here. Okay, and it's going to catch the tall block, and the tall block's going to fall. Okay. And it's going to catch that little block. All right? And the whole idea here is we're going to turn and give our shoulders some love. I'm going to bring my sits bones right up against the low back, right up against the bolster. Okay? And I've got my 2 here supporting it. I may bend my knees and slowly lower down onto that bolster. I'm going to snag those pillows, maybe pull them over a little bit. Okay? You always just block here too if you've got extras. Just tuck them under my elbows. And let those pillows support my elbows right there on both sides. And the shoulders are on the bolster. My head's on the bolster. My low back's being supported. I feel pretty strong here. And I'd like you to do is bring the soles of your feet together if you'd like. And open your knees, finding a butterfly with your legs. Just see if this feels good. If this is something you're enjoying. And if it is, take a big breath in and lift up through your chest and exhale, release. Nice and easy. And if for some reason this isn't doing anything for you, just bring the knees back together and let your legs go nice and long. You got it? Just kind of let them stretch. Okay. Eventually we'll get there with our butterfly legs. All right. And then take a breath. We're going to push those shoulder blades back. Just kind of let them fall around on the bolster. And the back of the head's there. Feeling nice and open. Maybe you open up your palms. That dominant hand turns over, palm down. And the non-dominant hand, palm is up to cup. They're both on the earth. You're just turning the direction. If your legs are still in that butterfly and you'd like to gently just walk them down nice and long, you can. because we're going to go into Shavasana from here. So take a big breath in. Let a big breath go. Your breath in. Your breath out. This time when you breathe in, I want you to physically move the shoulders up and down and back and let them just fall open around that bolster. Or just open on your mat if you opted out against the bolster. And just breathe in, big belly breath. And let it go. Enjoy your Shavasana. You're in the most perfect of places. You've got this. Breath goes to your toes and it draws up your legs. It comes into your belly and your low back, into your shoulders, and down your arms to your fingers and back up to the elbows, your shoulders and your chest, your throat, your chin and your cheeks and your ears, your eyes, your forehead, your head. The breath that floats in and out of you. To be. Goddess of beauty, you are a wondrous being full of light, and there's nothing to change or fix. You are a wondrously beautiful being of light, yet you cannot see it because you are comparing yourself to others instead of looking honestly and loving at yourself. Meditate upon the image of this card and allow your light and natural beauty to shine through. You are beautiful just as you are. There's nothing to change or fix. Just love and accept yourself as you are. As you honor the beautiful person that you are, others will feel the light and warmth radiating from you. As a result, you will attract wonderful and generous people in your life that will love and appreciate you for all you truly are. Just be yourself. That is where your beauty lies. You're welcome to stay right here in this much needed, much restorative posture. It allows us to hit that reset, allows us to acknowledge all that we are, all we can be. When you are ready, remember you might still be propped up, so gently move your feet, your fingers, your toes, and your hands, and just gently, easy, bring yourself over onto your side. Just kind of coming off of that supported position. And breathe and find your balance and your connection here. And then push yourself up into a seated position. I take a big breath in and bring those hands high overhead. And we exhale them in to our heart center. Namaste means light in me honors the light in you. And I do. I honor the light, the love, the beauty, the truth, the kindness in you because it's in me too. And with these things shared, there is nothing different or distant between us, We are the same and thankfully one. From my very, very grateful heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you for spending time with me and allowing me to be part of your very, very, very important day. I miss you. And until I see you soon, whenever that might be next, be safe and know you are loved. Bye.